Hello and welcome back to Control, where maybe we'll be finishing this bad boy. I need to go back to speak to Pope. So, Crossroads, there it is. Hopefully she'll be able to tell me what the fuck just happened. Because there's no way this was a trap, because the board was guiding me to do it. Oh, cool. Oh. That's a hole underneath it that wasn't there before.
What did you do? What is causing these tremors?
I thought you could tell me. I completed the 4 rituals just like the board told me to. The astral bleed should have stopped.
Look, it has stopped. The nail is repaired. But we have a new problem.
Okay.
My analysis of the nail indicates that it is literally a piece of the astral plane. Or possibly a vessel containing the astral plane. Or both.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, right now, both dimensions are vibrating at completely incompatible frequencies. The spatial friction they are generating is incalculable.
So is Jesse. Jesse's sounding like I do.
I messed this all up. Maybe Marshall was right to destroy the nail. I should have left it in pieces.
No, then the astral plane would still be leaking in.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's no right answer, Jesse. We need more information.
No. I need to fix this now.
You need to calm down. Jesus.
I'll figure something out.
No, we should really make a plan. The tremors are originating from directly below us, but we don't know what...
Perfect. I'll head down and take care of whatever's going on. Just do what you can from here.
Jesse, you can't just...
I have to, Emily. I'm the director. This is on me.
She was just trying to help, man.
If you're not gonna listen to me, then you better go figure out how to stop this.
Oof.
There's no telling what could happen if the vibrations escalate.
Oh, that was... Ooh.
I'll see you later, Emily.
Good luck. Take notes.
That was brutal. The way she said it.
Don't be a stranger.
I hope I know what I'm doing.
Oh boy. Okay.
That was just the top of the nail? How much deeper does the foundation go?
Oh.
Entry day plus 118. I have changed, though it's hard to know how or why. I no longer need tools to detect the house's veins, to hear it breathe. I can feel its blood churning beneath my bare feet. I have added my own illustrations to the walls, trying to solve some mystery that the oldest house whispers to me. I have to avoid the it as I do so. They haunt me. I don't blame them. They're just following the pillar's orders. Even poor Adam doesn't seem to recognize me anymore. I've spent a long time contemplating the etchings of the tree and its roots. Did you know this city used to be a forest? I wonder if our oldest house wore a different face back then. Or if it was always here. A 21st century office building since time immemorial. Can a place know the future? Can it change its skin? Can it wander? I always thought the esoteric world was my father's, not mine. But here, in this sacred place, I finally understand his devotion and his awe.
So, I may be misremembering, but I thought he escaped with everyone else.
Entry day plus 86. There's been a change.
Because they had attacked.
Hercules and Mabel.
Yeah.
I mean, it numbers 3 and 11 attacked my staff today. 2 fatalities. 3 if you count Mabel. She was always so kind. As a result, we are abandoning the Foundation. Northmore gave the order to transfer our resources to the upper floors. Now that my control points allow us to safely come and go from the New York streets. Did I forget to include that fact in my previous logs? I've been so busy. Using the arrays I made. Control points have been established throughout the oldest house. Excuse me if I don't sound excited, it's just... A few months ago, I would have been overjoyed to leave the Foundation. But now I realize I've grown fond of it. There's something deep in the stone here, deeper than that watching presence. Something warm. I feel it needing me. I won't go.
Okay.
I'll refuse. Northmore won't be happy.
I didn't remember it.
I'm starting to see him for what he is. An impotent storm.
So he stayed behind. And something was calling to him. That's not ever good. Oh boy, okay. Oh, that scared me. Okay.
The crystals are growing like crazy here. It's almost like they're trying to stop me.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Well, they succeeded in that now, didn't they? Fuck! God damn it. Okay. Stop.
Astral spike. HRA was damaged.
Oh no.
The board said it.
When Marshall blew up the nail, the board attacked her. I don't fucking like it.
Oh, that means she's dead, which means that would explain why she's in the phone. And oh, this is a boss fight, isn't it? Are we done? Oh boy. That's a lot of red, isn't it? That's a bad red.
Nobody else hears the house. Their ears are too full of lies. We were shown the way inside so we could help. But all we've done is fall victim to the same parasite. I should have seen the web earlier. The strands between Northmore, the pillar, the gun, the id. What hope did we have? Thrown into this conflict beyond our comprehension. I've decided to rejoin the Bureau in the upper levels, to end my long absence spent in the Foundation. Northmore will be angry at me for disobeying him. That's just his way. But I don't care. I need to remain in the oldest house to help however I can. I doubt I can steer the Bureau back on the right course, but I have to try. How did I go so long without a purpose? Without devotion? I can hardly remember how it felt. I realize how grateful I am to Father for setting me on this path. I wish I could tell him that.
So he came back because he wanted to set things right? Okay. That's a bit weird.
This is the director. I need backup at my location.
Come on, bud. Let's put him down. Marshall? Oh boy, yep. She's been taken.
Marshall? You're alive.
No, she isn't.
You will no longer recognize us, or yourself, or him, or her, or them. Family is dead. The walls are broken, but yellow and red in the eye.
God damn it.
Inverted is made right.
You fuckers take everything. I am not letting you take this.
You've always been the new you. You want this to be true.
Fuck you. Oh, she can fly now. Wait, where did she go? Oh, fuck her. Yeah, okay. Alright. Is that Marshall? Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, my friend died. Oh. Hey, Marshall. Okay. What are you sending me? Oh, it. Fun it. You missed. And you can't fucking reach the motherfucker. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off with that. Jesus. I am so glad. I have invisibility on. Fuck off.
Sorry, I wasn't here to help, Marshall.
Okay.
Corrupted. That explains why the board wasn't answering and what's causing the quakes. Marshall came down here to stop this. I should have been with her. We could have saved her.
Yeah,
I can still save everyone else.
she acted on her own, Jesse. Like, you could literally have done nothing because she refused to help. She didn't trust you. She's like, I have to do this on my own. So she died because she didn't trust you. There's no point in feeling bad about it. When someone refuses your help, there's very little you can do. We are cleansed, liberated, alleluia. The foundation is stable, beaten, a-okay. We hope you will improve your attitude, loyalty.
Well, fuck you too. Oh, I'll be sure to. Let's play it smart. They don't need to know I'm onto them. Not yet, anyway.
Oh, that was good. Well, fuck you then. Which exit will lead me to the exit? Is it any of them? I love her attitude. Well, fuck you then. Is that the way I came in? Yes, it is. Well, no, it isn't, but yes, it is in that it was a way. So this is the only non-illuminated way. Okay, cool. I mean, you have control back of, you know, this whole thing. You could just bring me over, eh? Are we gonna talk about that? No? Just fade to black? Okay, alright.
The nail is secure. The hiss can't touch it. I can't undo the astral bleeding in the foundation, but at least it's stopped.
Along with the seismic activity. You did it, Jesse. Did you ever find Marshall?
I did. She's gone. She died thinking she'd save the Bureau. Not a bad way to go. I wasn't ready for this crisis. I didn't even see it coming. But I promise I'll be ready for the next one. I mean, what good is a director who can't hold her bureau together?
I like that imagery. The pyramid is always like upside down, and now they turn it, twist it up, like upside up. And like there was a whole entry about like the way you look at things interprets how they're controlled and stuff like that. So there's an implication being that the board is being controlled by someone.
I thought I know how to handle things now that I'm the director. Clearly, it's not that simple. I need to choose a direction for the Bureau. It should be one that serves our goals, not the board's. Whatever those are, I need to lead my way.
Yeah. I agree. So, hey.
Now that this nail business is handled, I should probably be getting back to executive. But maybe I'll keep poking around. Just for a little bit.
Okay, nail field.
Has the nail been doing anything since we restored it?
Define anything.
Anything unusual?
Define unusual.
Emily,
Sorry. The answer is a whopping yes. Now that it's whole, the nail is emitting a constant field of, well, think of it like low-level radiation.
Oh, great.
It seems to suppress any biological matter it encounters. This explains why nothing grows here and why the Bureau had to abandon the area. Prolonged exposure would certainly begin affecting neural processes.
Great.
Wait. Was the field created when I cleansed the nail?
I considered that, but the nail's readings are quite different from the ones I recorded at the cleanse control points. I think the nail's field is purely of its own making. In fact, I think it would passively prevent any His corruption, like the HRAs do. Which makes me wonder what actually occurred when you cleansed the nail.
I've been wondering about that myself. Did the board let the hiss corrupt the nail?
Yeah, what the
Did they want me
fuck?
to cleanse it? If so, why?
What the fuck? I got more questions than answers now. Great.
What do you know about Director Northmore?
Well, he was Director Trench's predecessor, and Northmore is famous for being the first board-appointed director. See, before we found the oldest house, directors were picked by committees of old men in suits, drinking cognac and smoking cigars or whatever. You know, standard, uninteresting methods.
I think the word you're looking for is bureaucratic.
Or antiquated. Regardless, Northmore was eventually forced to... Well, we don't need to go into that. Strangely, the only two board-appointed directors left the position under unusual circumstances. If the board appoints a director, then how do they retire them? I doubt they go out and buy you a gold watch. Sorry, Jesse, I didn't mean to imply that...
Don't worry. If anyone's getting shown the door, it's them.
This sets up like some cool shit for Control too, I feel like. Like, it'd be our fight against the board.
What do you know about an entity named Former?
I can't say I've heard of it. You got any details for me?
Well, imagine a one-eyed bug thing. I think it was a part of the board, but then something happened and now it's separate.
Interesting. See, I always wondered if the board was some sort of entity or a group or conglomerate of linked consciousnesses, but this supports the group theory. Although I could have undergone some sort of corporeal exile. Too many unknowns to form a working hypothesis yet, but I can prioritize this matter in future astral dives if you think it's important.
Fortune favors the prepared. Do it.
So my question is, we saw it at the end. We saw the Former climb up and just fly off, which means he's now in the real world.
I wish I could go with you, but I still need 30 hours of training before I can do field work.
Oh.
We'll work on that.
And then we can go to work together. So I wonder if it's now here, just like permanently. And these drawings were made by Northmore's brother, right? Ash? So he did this, he did the drawings of the eyes because he was saying he's scribbling things in the walls. But no, they said they found these drawings. Weird. Okay. There's so much of this that I don't fully understand. I'm gonna have to watch a video of someone talking about it later. Are you okay, bud? What's going on? Are you alright? Okay. Wrong button. Wrong pause menu. Okay, so we're gonna do the Alan Wake DLC next. I just want to mark this as red. Thank you. And departure. Another crisis workday resolved. But scrutiny is not permitted. Enjoyed. Tell the sidekick Pope Snoop to leave. Please, immediately. Before it is time to begin become. The next task chapter stage. We will be with you soon, Jesse Dylan Faden. I'm sorry, what?
tried to get out after the detonation, but the astral spike came out of nowhere. I escaped, but my HRA was damaged. I'd bet a year's salary the board sent it. We never did see eye to eye. They have too much control over Trench, the Bureau, the House. They make themselves part of every important process. Nothing a little C4 can't fix. 2 birds, 1 bomb. Christ, what a mess. But I stopped the hiss. I did it. If Faden did her part, then the Bureau is safe. Until the next thing. Jessie has good reason to hate the Bureau. But that could be what we need right now. She won't follow the same path. Won't fall into the same traps. She'll lead her way. So, Director Faden, here's my last lesson. You can't save everybody.
Cheers, mate. That's great. Yeah. Really need to hear that one. After you fucking died out there by yourself. You absolute mad woman. Okay. Let's fast travel back to Central Executive. It's been a while since we've been here. Oh, I should have told Pope that the board told her to fuck off. Oopsie, I forgot. Hopefully the board doesn't kill her while I'm away. I'm surprised there wasn't an achievement for finishing the story of Foundation. Well, that hasn't been for any of the quests, so I guess that makes sense. Because for the base game, there was an achievement per each main quest. Is she back here or is she still in there? Oh, she's back here.
In the Ocean View Motel. Could survivors... I've looked through the docs we found in Dimensional Research. That slide projector is extremely powerful. You were right to shut it down.
Okay. Oh, that's fine.
Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden.
Please, Emily. Not even as a joke.
Alright, let's go into the elevator and see what this Alan Wake DLC is about.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man, a hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh?
Okay.
Should check this out.
Great. Nothing's boring. The life of fucking Director Faden. Oh, I don't like how dark it is. Really? We're doing this? Oh, come on. Don't do the Alan Wake thing. Oh my god, this is huge. Compared to the other place, it feels huger. There's still a central location and 2 dividing paths, but... Oops. I keep forgetting the beat doesn't...
Hello? Anyone here? Guess not.
Well, the cameras are working.
Seems a lot more...
Sorry. Darling investigation compiled by Team Spalder, special agent by order of William Kirkland. Official findings report. Per authorization of Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation D0845 was launched into the ethical practice of Dr. Caspar Darling, head of research, despite the accounts of anonymous blank regarding inhuman treatment of a blank currently housed in the Bureau. Our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. The majority of blank sector personnel seemed to be wholly unaware of any such blank contained there. One blank confirmed the blank's code name to be blank, but all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the blank. Research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into blank research.
Crowded than the rest of the Bureau.
Okay. Case inquiry to D. Gleason, possible lead on the Wake case. Mr. Dennis, a request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, I had some paper pushers gathered up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted, but I'm writing to let you know that we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into... Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with the writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy. Special Investigator Gleason. Interesting. Very interesting. Missing agents. Mr. Kirkland, these are the latest agents confirmed missing, presumed dead, from the containment breach yesterday. Agent Jonathan Conner, researcher Ezra Cross, Agent Caroline Dempsey, Agent Lindsay Malcolm, Agent Charles Murray, Agent Derek Shaw. Letters of condolence will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You'll be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. As per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and the only hard copies of records exist beyond the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. Interesting. I can't destroy this? Oh, I can. Keystone inspection. Mr. Kirkland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to target AWE, like you asked. I'm sending my report directly to you to try and keep a lid on this crewman Morales dissertation issue. We didn't find any signs of them here. Given the records, it is possible they've switched teams like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone, and I think Grumman and Morales got caught up on it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the ordinary case, but that was just the adults, if I'm remembering the file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing we noticed were markings on various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with a dot in the shared space. Oh, that's one of the doors in the hotel. Could be unrelated. I'll show you the pictures when I get back. In the meantime, you should send a team out here to cordon this place off and maybe get the comms guys working on a cover story. Sincerely, Agent Keenum. 2 overlapping cells with a dot in the shared space. So like a Venn diagram with a dot in the diagram bit. Oh. I think this is where I'm supposed to be going. Yeah. Staffing issue. Mr. Dennis, so yes, there's an increase in WE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny little detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, we've barely managed to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filing the paperwork for all the other items. Oh, so Kirkland quit. All the items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and as Kirkland interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Agent Grayson. Things are not going well. Resignation letter. Oh, that's Kirkland's. In 2019, to whom it may concern, it is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigations for the Foundation Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's blank. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame the situation on our blank, who has routinely ignored my requests for assistance in reclaiming the parts of investigation sector lost to the blank, loose inside. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open the firebreak. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The blank has failed its agents. I shall never forgive him for that. Sincerely, William Kirkland. Director? The director has failed his agents? It would make sense, right? Director gives the orders. Tractor. Burrow tractor. Scene not acquired. Some engineers' miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Burrow. William Burrow, male Caucasian. Case summary. 33-year-old man found dead on his property, per police report. Remains obtained for coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Hooray! Autopsy findings. Blunt force injuries, head, laceration left ear, cheek. Blunt force injuries, extremities, dislocation right knee. Complete avulsion of the right upper extremity, with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus, So his right leg was destroyed completely? Like down the knee? No, the humerus was destroyed, so it'd be the whole leg, basically. Extreme trauma, abdominal region. Complete avulsion of multiple organs, including stomach, heart. What does avulsion mean? I'm not a doctor. Give me a second. Avulsion. Because when a small chunk of bone attached to a tendon or ligament gets pulled away from the main part of the bone. Ew. Still doesn't help me a lot, but ew. Complete avulsion of multiple organs include, I guess the organs got pulled out, including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidney, and portions of the large and small intestine, all missing from the scene. Conclusions is, in my opinion, that Mr. Burrow's death is not the result of a mechanical accident, as claimed by authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with animal attack. Oh, do you know you're just a fucking doctor, mate?
It's not working. Probably a loose power core somewhere.
So many stuff to read. Cauldron Lake update. To Chief Investigator Dennis. It happened again, third time this year. Something certainly has it out for our blank. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complain about them enough. But why the hell would raccoons keep going after a monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a burrow tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House research station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Cauldron Lake if they won't let me see any data? The file was called Cauldron Lake. I feel like they shouldn't be censoring Cauldron Lake as a word, but okay. Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with investigations agents. If only a matter of time before this blank hits again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone in HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell me it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Sincerely, Agent Estevez. Estevez? I don't know how to pronounce that. Ooh. There's a lot of stuff here. Underhill background. Oh, Dr. Rhea Underhill. Dr. Rhea Underhill is a professor in the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits, and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connections to paracriminal organizations. Paracriminal organizations exist? Or any kind of record of breaching her NDA since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector, and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may require to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. Oh, they were in a relationship? I didn't see that coming. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. So that's how she began working. Trench official warning Kirkland. I'm growing tired of your blunt attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You are a worm. Everything I've done has been on the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are both failures plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Cool. This was when he started going insane. Ooh. I guess he investigated Director Trench. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, blank was launched into the blank of Director Zachariah Trench. A recent change in blank witnessed in Director Trench, including aggressive blank when blank with other staff, has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable blank between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by a number of Bureau staff. Although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter, witness accounts suggest their arguments center around the dimensional research wing and the blank kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench blank as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation was concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any blank and that his fitness to lead is not in question. I'm trying to think, but without the map I can't think properly of... Oh, shit. Where they were keeping the ordinary stuff. Okay, so I have to take the thing from... I don't like that. I have to take this for the light. Can you, like, go? Thank you. Something bad is gonna happen and I'm gonna scream because I'm a little girl.
Now that gate should open.
Oh, there's more shit here. Sorry. Tractor procedures. Burrow tractor. Item is not in Bureau custody, none known. A Frank Elk tractor, olive green, dried blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized responses or growls and unmanned locomotion, considered highly aggressive and dangerous. Background: the item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow, owner of the Burrow Farms outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on the scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burrow beneath his tractor. Police arrived but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panicked calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau communication staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item. It responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Burrow only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Burrow earlier the night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. Interesting. Something bad's gonna happen when I step outside. Ethics investigation, the Prime Candidate Program. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation P1429 was launched into the legality of the Prime Candidate Program, blank by the Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation disclassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic blank and blank. Blank were brought into the oldest house and placed under blank examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program produced no successful cases and only resulted in the traumatic blank of paranaturally inclined blank children, I'm guessing. Not only is this a breach of the Ash Act, but it flies in the face of basic human blank. This investigation team unequivocally blanked the Prime Candidate Program and recommends that it be blank immediately. I'm guessing stopped. Oh, I see you. Alright, I'm gonna scream. Specimen Escape Assessment, Incident A49. The purpose of internal investigation X0397 is to examine the containment failures of specimen SI1 that resulted in the deaths of blank agents. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researcher's notes on the specimen from internal network. On the blank of blank, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive blank. Cross-referencing that day with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. The air filters were changed an hour prior to the incident. A civilian named Alice Blank entered the sector according to an unrelated investigation. See interview 65F124. Given the connection to the same AWE case, it is likely that Mrs. Blank's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the blank. Investigation is ongoing. Alice. Just go into this room.
No detective, but something definitely happened here.
The Blessed Organization. The group individuals has operated outside of Bureau's notice for decades. I can't say decades for some reason. Decades. There you go. Perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. Okay. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures OK was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. Oh, okay. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the illegal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repairs and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, the connection to the appearance of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed organization. Interesting. Well, that's not fucking suspicious at all that I have to activate that, now is it? I'm gonna go into the oldest view. Okay, let's look at that hotline. Oh, I hate it.
Engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint, reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss. So it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission.
Okay.
It was powerful, but it was coming from far away. And made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A man desperate to escape. She sensed something else, too. A hunger in the dark. Not unlike the hostile resonance. Waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation sector. Faden pressed the button.
Did
The
it?
elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
Because he's writing our perception of the story. Does that mean that he made up the investigation sector? And does that mean that like some of the notes are basically made up based on the knowledge that maybe he has on the director, like his actions and stuff like that? Like there'd be an investigation sector that would investigate the Prime program. Oh, everything with Alan Wake is just so fucking complicated. Why'd you do this to me? Let's clear some of this fucking bullshit. Oops. Thank you. Is that really about as much as I can clear? Wow, that's kind of fucking depressing. Evade. It's really depressing. That's all I can clear. Really? Oh my god, you have so little space for fucking... Do I have other guns that I can equip and put shit in? If I go to you... Okay. Okay, yeah, there's some shit here that I can get rid of. Shatter. Spin is what I had. Charge? Why do I have both? Let's put something else in there. Get rid of that. Good. Okay. And Pierce. Which I haven't finished updating. Damage while aiming. Okay, this is what I needed to do then. Zoom. Oh, that zoom is better. Get rid of that zoom. Good, good. That's much better. I like this. I like this way more now. Okay, let's do this to save. And then let's stop for tonight. I know it's gonna scare the living shit out of me. It's gonna be like an Alan Wake-esque DLC, and it's just like there's gonna be jump scares. Because apparently Alan Wake 2 does have quite a few jump scares, which is like, I'm not looking forward to that. Because that means I do get scared for jump scares, so. But yeah, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.